Hello, this is Music Man from his van cave, and this is Stupid with Money. So today we talk about firearms, guns, BB guns, airsoft, and maybe even paintball guns. Let's talk about firearms today, and about money and why you should buy a firearm or why you should not. Coming at you right now. So, Music Man, stupid with money and firearms. Well, if you're one of these people sitting and saying, should I get a firearm for home protection? Well, I will tell you that most of you should probably not. And the reason I tell you that is because you'd probably blow your own foot off. You'd probably be pretty dangerous if you weren't raised like me. I was raised in gun culture. From the time I was small, I was out shooting guns, and I was clearing out various creatures or things that were stealing on the farm and things like that. So guns were a very, very necessary part of everyday life. And rattlesnakes, and on down the list goes. That's why you would need a firearm. I like when a big old rattler comes up, I like guns. I don't really want to get close enough to that thing that it can strike me. They can strike you, if you run into a 7-foot rattlesnake, they can strike you probably about a third of their body. So if you're 3 feet away, they can get you. And it can be really, really bad. So why do I buy firearms? Number one is for sport. I enjoy guns. I enjoy shooting guns. And if you're like me, you're going to agree with that. It's fun. And so I buy guns specifically for different things that I want to do. That's a good reason to buy guns. If because you're buying it for the right reason. Some people believe it's inhumane. It's not. Actually, it's a very humane thing to do, especially since predators now have diminished that used to take care of the diseases and things that used to happen with the animals, and so you can do a study on that. That's not what I'm here to talk about, but hunting for sport is a good reason to buy a gun. And it is expensive. It's more expensive to be a sportsman than it is to just go to your local meat block and buy hamburger. So, now let's talk about a reason you shouldn't buy a gun. You should not buy a gun for home defense. That's just a bad idea. Usually it turns out that you end up making a very, very big mistake. I can tell you that crime is not as high as TV would make it out to believe. We're talking about 300 million people here. The only thing I've ever had stolen was a $20 old bicycle. Really interesting. Someone needed a bike, and they broke in to get a bicycle. And they left my $150 weed eater there. They left my Honda lawnmower there. They left all that there. But they took my $20 bike. Wow. So I don't think it's you shooting someone over a $20 bicycle. If somebody broke into my house and they were going to steal my TV, it would be just sad because it's just not worth very much. In fact, I don't really own that much, so that would be, what am I protecting? Well, on TV they show these people protecting their home against somebody that's going to come in to rape your wife and rape your children and rape your dog and rape your action figures and rape her Barbie dolls. And so you're going to have a gun to blow them away in case that happens, right? Well, the fact of the matter is if someone comes in and they're on drugs or something and so forth out of their mind, probably what you'd want to just end up doing is just calling the police. Might be a wiser thing to do than to start, I'm loaded, I'm shooting them all. Then discover it's your cousin Bob from next door and he's drunk again. You know what I'm saying? So if you're one of those people, also if you're an angry person, or if you're a paranoid person, or if you're a person that believes in conspiracy theories that everybody's coming out to get you and your precious money, yet most people don't even have any, or your stuff, your precious stuff, You have so much nice stuff. Crapola. Ain't worth shooting somebody over. The reason we have the right to bear arms, and you can do a study on this in history, is to protect ourselves from foreign invaders and to protect ourselves from our own government. That's the reason we have the right to bear arms. So that what happened over in Europe doesn't happen here, where the government literally starts micromanaging and controlling people and spying on people, and starts taking away your rights and decides if we're going to be communist. We have a right. The government is to be for the people and by the people. It is not to be an entity within itself. So if the government goes wackadoo, which I don't believe it has quite yet, I believe the people that are voting people into power are wackadoo more than the government's wackadoo. Why are they voting for these people in the first place? These people are crazy. Anyway, we do have a right as a nation to rise up against our government and oust them out. If they go completely, the government loses its mind or loses its way and decides to go into fascism or Marxism or whatever, and it has happened. There have been those movements that's happened within our government. Look up history. It's true. It's happened. And so the real right to bear arms is to rise up against our very government or our threats from outside of the United States. So we could stand up beside the National Guard and help them in the event that there was some kind of siege against our country. I'm a patriot to the core. I'm an American, and I'm not some kind of gun nut, and I don't believe that everybody should have a gun because some people are just too stupid to have a gun. You know what I'm saying? I think that they are to be handled responsibly. They are to be locked up. And no one's to know the combination except for you. Or maybe your wife. I don't believe in this having a big old Smith & Wesson in a drawer right beside your bed. Not a good idea. That's a good way to get your children killed or somebody killed. Be responsible and be a good patriot. And if you're a sportsman, yeah. If you like to shoot, great. Military men have lots of guns. Police officers like to collect guns. So anyway, that's my thoughts on guns. Does anyone really need a fully automatic weapon in their home? Probably not. Crime just isn't that high, especially where I live. Crime just isn't that high. And the bullets are expensive. They are. Ammo has become really expensive. So my gun of choice when I go out to plink around is a .22 because the ammo's cheap. Music Man, coming at ya. Yeah. Take care. And lock those firearms up. Be careful. Take care. Bye.